Hello, Grade 4! Isang mapagpalang araw sa ating lahat. Muli, ako si Teacher Mylene at welcome to our math class. Sa learning video na ito ay ating pag-aaralan ang ikatlong aralin sa Math 4, Quarter 3, Week 6 na may title na Solving Problems Involving Elapsed Time. To start with, let us define what is an elapsed time. An elapsed time is the length of time when an event happened from the start to the end. Ang ibig sabihin nito, aalamin natin kung ilang oras ang lumipas mula nag-umpisa ang isang pangyayari hanggang sa ito ay natapos. Let us now discuss how to solve a word problems involving elapsed time. To solve word problems involving elapsed time, we follow the steps in solving word problems. So, meron tayong 4 na steps na kailangang sundin. The first one, we have understand. Second, plan. Third, solve. And fourth, check and look back. Ngayon naman, isa-isahin natin ang mga steps in solving problems involving elapsed time. So, step 1 is understand. To understand a word problem, you need to read it carefully and make sure to understand all the words and ideas. Kapag naintindihan mo na ang word problem, you can now answer step 1 or the first question. What is asked in the problem? Ano ba ang kailangan nating alamin or kailangan nating hanapan ng solusyon? Next is to know what are given. You need to gather necessary information or the given facts that are needed to solve the problem. Be careful in gathering necessary information. Minsan, may mga numbers or givens that are not needed to solve a certain problem. So for step 2, plan. In any action we do, planning is important. So kailangan nating planuhing mabuti kung paano natin isosolve ang isang problema. So under this, determine the operation you will use. So there are 4 operations. We have addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. So dito, magbe-base tayo sa question number 1, what is asked in the problem, para malaman natin what operation are we going to use. Number 4, what is the number sentence? Once identified na ang operation to be used, we can now write the number sentence. This will serve as your guide in solving the problem. For this third step, we have solve. How is the solution done? Or you need to solve the problem using the operation. So in solving, you can also use different ways to make sure that your answer is correct. The last step is to check and look back. What will you do to check if your answer is correct? So you need to review or recheck your answer, or go over with your solutions and make sure that you have the correct answer. And what is the answer to the problem? So in this question, you need to state the complete answer, or you need to label your answer. To find the elapsed time, you can use different ways such as number 1, subtracting the time when the event started from the time the event ended. 2, using a number line. 3, counting the number of seconds or minutes from the time the event started to the time the event ended. Let us now have an example. Alice group started working on their math project at 8:15 a.m. They finished at 8:50 a.m. How long did it take Alice group to finish the math project? To solve the word problem, let us follow the steps. Step 1 is understand. Under understand, know what is asked in the problem. The answer is the length of time that Alice group is spent to finish the math project. Number 2, what are given? Based on the word problem, the given facts are 8:15 a.m. time started and 8:50 a.m. or time ended. The next step is plan. Under this step, determine the operation to be used. Since we are looking for the elapsed time, ang gagamitin natin ay subtraction. We need to subtract the time started from the time ended. Ngayon alam na natin ang operation na gagamitin, we can now write the number sentence. So the answer is 8:50 or the time ended minus 8:15 or the time started equals n. We can now proceed to the next step, which is solve. In this step, show your solution to answer the problem. So dito, magagamit na natin ang iba't ibang paraan on how to find the elapsed time. These are now the ways on how to solve for the elapsed time. So for solution 1, subtracting the time when the event started from the time the event ended. Based from the given word problem, the start of activity or the time started is 8:15 a.m. The end of activity or the time ended is 8:50 a.m. So, time ended minus time started. So, for step 1, subtract the minutes. So, 50 minutes minus 15 minutes. So, the answer is 35 minutes. Step 2, subtract the hours. So, 8 hours minus 8 hours is 0. So, the group took 35 minutes to finish the project. For solution 2 is using number line. So 8:15 a.m. is the start of the activity and 8:50 a.m. is the end of the activity. So dito, gamit ang number line, magbibilang tayo by 5 from 8:15 to 8:50 a.m. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So the group took 35 minutes to finish the project. Let us now proceed to solution 3. Counting the number of seconds or minutes from the time the event started to the time the event ended. So in this way, pwede tayong gumamit ng improvised clock or yung totoong orasan. As you can see in the given illustration, the time started is 8:15 and the time ended is 8:50. So dito, magbibilang tayo by 5 minutes from the time started to the time ended. Therefore, the group took 35 minutes to finish the project. Let us now have the last step in solving word problems involving elapsed time. Check and look back. What will you do to check if your answer is correct? So you need to review and recheck your answer. Go over with your solution or solutions to check if your answer is correct. What is the answer to the problem? We solve the problem in three different ways. One is by subtracting, two is using number line, and three is by counting. Pero iisa lang ang lumabas na sagot. And the answer is, the group took 35 minutes to finish the project. So that will be all for the points to remember for the lesson, Solving Word Problems Involving Elapsed Time. I hope you enjoy watching. Thank you and see you with our next video.